Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday and welcome back to another round of in-depth candle reviews. I hope your day is off to a great start. If you are new around here, on these candle review days, I will typically upload either 2 or 3 in-depth fragrance reviews. And during those videos, I like to address the fragrance description, the notes. I like to talk about what my nose actually smells in any of these fragrances. Now, do know that that is definitely going to vary from person to person. Everybody's nose is a little bit different. I like to discuss the strength and the throw. And then, of course, this is very important to me, but if there are any potential burn issues that came up, maybe the candle had wicks that dudded out or keeled over, maybe the candle was very sooty. We all know there is a whole host of potential issues that can come up when utilizing home fragrance. So I like to let you guys know about that stuff as well. My goal is basically just to help you figure out whether you want to invest in any of these candles or not. So yeah, we've got 3 in-depth reviews going live today. If all of that sounds good to you and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way all of my future home fragrance reviews and candle favorites and weekly home fragrance roundup and, you know, just different home fragrance related topics will pop up in your subscription feed. So we are kicking it off today with a HomeWorx candle. We're going to be discussing 2 additional candles from the Kringle 2024 holiday collection a little bit later on, so stay tuned for those. But first, let's dig into HomeWorx Crackling Fireside. Now, in full disclosure, this one was sent to me in PR from HomeWorx. I am a HomeWorx ambassador. They sent this one last year. And I remember when I first got it, I stuck my nose in it and I was just like, I don't know that I really like this fragrance. And here's kind of the thing to know. I have had a lot of kind of changes in my body over the last year. And I really think those changes have affected my nose. And I think it's actually for the better in a lot of cases. It's not like I started disliking a bunch of things that I used to like in the past. It wasn't anything like that. I am actually starting to enjoy more fragrances now, or different fragrance categories, if you will, that in the past I would have totally turned my nose up at. And these more hearth or like charred wood type fragrances were absolutely something that in the past were just not my vibe. It's not that I don't like that kind of fireplace type smell, if you will. I just don't really necessarily always love it in my house. My personal favorite fragrance category is still gourmands, hands down. I love me some fruity scents, but the gourmands are kind of where my heart is at, right? And these more charred wood or more outdoorsy types of fragrances just are not usually what I gravitate towards. I am so glad that I received this one and that I kind of turned my nose up at it at first and that I then decided to just put it away. And so it has been sitting in my upstairs candle closet for the last year. And I decided to bust it out a few weeks ago and started burning it both inside as well as outside. Listen, we have a really great backyard situation at our house. Someone built this covered patio back in, I think it was like 2008 that they did this. They also put this really beautiful stone fireplace out there. And so my husband and I really spend a lot of time in our backyard, and I do burn candles back there. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but that backyard area is almost like a second living room for us. And because we spend so much time out there, I just bring my home fragrance with me. And it is such an enjoyable thing because we get to enjoy a roaring real fire, and I get to bring whatever ambiance that I want from the inside out to be able to pair with that. This fragrance right here is such a good pairing for our outdoor fireplace, you guys. I'm so glad that my nose has started kind of coming around to these types of fragrances, because it turns out I think I actually enjoy these. Like I said, never did in the past, but I really like this one. So I'm glad that I ended up not giving it away. Typically, if I receive something in PR that is really not to my liking, I will give it to a friend who I know will enjoy the fragrance. Usually I will go ahead and burn it a couple times to be able to review it. I just think that's the right thing to do if the company is going to send me something. But I'm also not going to make myself suffer through something that I really don't personally enjoy. And I have a lot of people in my life who love taking these candles off my hand if I don't enjoy them myself. So this one, I'm glad I kept her, and I am so, listen you guys, I'm really in love with this fragrance. It sounds kind of crazy because honestly, this wasn't one that was on my radar, like I said, at all. Let's go ahead and dig into this fragrance here. Sorry, I have it pulled up on the website, and where's the actual fragrance description? What is happening with the website right now? I can't find it. Okay, that's fine. I took a picture of the bottom of the candle here, so I have the notes. Okay, the fragrance notes read oak leaves, roasted apple, smoked cedar, and cinnamon stick. So let's discuss, first of all, the smoked cedar note, because that really is what makes this fragrance kind of fall into that hearth type category, I think. And this is just the most lovely, like, charred cedar note in here, you guys. It's really beautiful. It's not super aggressive, which is kind of my problem usually when it comes to these hearth type fragrances, is they kind of tend to be all encompassing and they can just be a little bit overwhelming. But somehow this smoked cedar note here manages to be so absolutely beautiful and soft and pretty. It really is unlike any other hearth note that I've ever smelled. Now, that cedar note is really the first thing that I smell, and it is very much a charred or like smoky cedar note. I don't want to imply that it's like a freshly cut cedar. That's not what this is. It's definitely a little smoky in that respect. My nose then immediately goes to the roasted apple in here, and it really does actually smell like there is a baked apple component. Now, it's kind of in the background of the fragrance, but it is very distinct and very noticeable, and it really adds something special to this fragrance. It makes it go from just a like burnt wood type of smell to something that actually has some depth to it. I very much get a dose of cinnamon here as well, but it's a really soft cinnamon stick. It's not a red hot cinnamon, but I think it's a little bit more aggressive than like your typical just like bakery cinnamon that you might find in the, what am I, oh, I'm looking at it now. The HomeWorx cinnamon vanilla. Like this, the cinnamon that's in there is very much a very soft, like gourmand bakery type of cinnamon. This is a definite cinnamon stick that's in the Crackling Fireside. Lastly, that oak leaves note. I really don't get much that smells particularly oaky or leafy to me in this fragrance. So my nose really kind of is drawn mostly to the smoked cedar, the roasted apple, and then the cinnamon stick. This is a very sophisticated type of hearth fragrance. And I think that's why I actually also enjoy burning this one indoors, is it's that it's not just like a straight up dirty fireplace smell. It's delightful. This is incredibly well done. And like I said, I'm really glad I hung on to it and ended up not, you know, like just gifting it away to someone. I actually kind of want another one of these. Now, I have seen a number of people find this particular one at HomeGoods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. If you are not aware, HomeWorx candles are sold in a lot of different places. Most are sold through either QVC or the Slatkin & Co. website, but Slatkin has slowly been rolling out their products to Marshall's Home Goods, Ross, TJ Maxx, so those outlet stores, CVS, Nordstrom Rack. Ulta carries some of the candles. I feel like the HomeWorx strategy is to just like spread far and wide at this point. They used to be a little bit more exclusive, but yeah, you can actually find this one out in the wild. So if you come across it, definitely pick it up, you guys. It is lovely. Now, strength in the throw. I actually like that this is not a complete and utter powerhouse. I think if it was, it would immediately be a turnoff for me. The strength of this is a solid 7. If it was any more than that though, I think it would be borderline overwhelming for my nose personally. This is a very noticeable fragrance, but it's not a smack you in the face fragrance. The throw, I would probably actually put somewhere between the range of like a 7 and like an 8. I think this one travels really well. I mean, you're not smelling it obviously at full strength a couple rooms down, but it very much travels into different rooms of my house, and it does really well in the backyard too. In fact, our neighbor, Colin, came over a few nights ago and I was burning this, and he, whenever he sees the little chimney that we have on our fireplace, whenever he sees smoke coming out of that, he knows that it's like fair game to come over and hang out. So he walked into the backyard and he was like, oh yeah, I saw the smoke, but like, it doesn't smell like smoky back here, but it smells like something is smoky but really good. What is that? And I was like, oh, it's the candle that I'm burning. And he loved this one. So I think I might have to get this as a gift for him and his wife this Christmas. So I'm really hoping to come across a few more of these. Worst case scenario is I order it online for them, but yeah, he really liked this fragrance. So good strength, good throw. And honestly, I am just at the halfway point now with this one. I have not had any issues with the wicks, the wax, the strength, the throw, or anything here. This candle is not dudding out on me. The wicks are nice and strong and tall. There's no discoloration that's happening with the wax. There's no issues. Like, I have no complaints about this one. And listen, HomeWorx candles, they can have some ups and downs when it comes to their performance, but this one here has done just fine from the starting point up until now. I will continue to update you guys on how it's going with this one as I am continuing to burn it over the next couple of weeks here. I will share the updates in my weekly home fragrance roundup. So again, if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. The weekly home fragrance roundup is where I update on all of the candles that I am currently burning, candles that I have reviewed but that I'm a little bit further into or that I recently finished. It's just an opportunity for me to kind of update you guys on how things are going. So always make sure that you check out that video if you are following along on these in-depth reviews. I guess overall, I'm gonna give this one 2 big fat thumbs up because I'm just really enjoying it this year and I want more of it. I would like to be able to gift this candle. If you do purchase it from the Slatkin & Co. website, it does come in a really beautiful gift box. So if you're thinking about gifting this as a present for someone this holiday season, the presentation couldn't be more beautiful. The box is stunning and the vessel itself is beautiful too. I really like this shade of brown. It's kind of boring and basic, but I don't know. I really like the brown. And this is obviously that like kind of, I believe this is called the Clarendon vessel here. I don't remember what Harry calls all these, but this just has that beautiful kind of like raised plaid design on it. the candle is like the perfect presentation for gift giving. So if you know anyone that likes this type of fragrance, I would say definitely feel confident in giving them this as a gift. It's been a great performer and I'm really enjoying it. Let me know if you guys have any questions at all. I will have this linked down below in the description box. I will also put my HomeWorx discount code down there. That'll save you 15% off the cost of this if you are purchasing it from the Slack & Co website. Usually that discount code can be combined with some of the different sales. If the sale's really good to start with, they usually won't let you combine it. But also you can use rewards, whatever way it works for you to get your hands on this and to get a good deal, just get it. I promise. It's an absolutely delightful fragrance. I really appreciate you guys being here. Remember to subscribe if you're new. The subsequent 2 reviews will go live in a few hours here. So thanks so much for being here, and I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.